or plus equals dot txt, because we save these as text files. Um, and so then if curve ev dot live, then we can say with open, because we know this folder will exist. Like we know the oh wait, no, we're not even putting this together correctly yet, because we have to do plus gm name. Oh, yeah. Wait. Oh, okay. All right. So raw f name or yeah, so raw ev file name equals raw events for starters. Then if gm active raw ev f name equals how many lines of code have I done so far? I am up to 3,326 lines of code. If gm is active, then raw of fname plus equals oh yeah, it equals gm name. Yeah, and then else raw ev fname equal or plus equals. I think I'm gonna call it like at default. Actually, yeah. Now that I think about it, oh whoops, yeah, I keep doing that. Oh, I'm holding down Shift page down, and it selects the entire page. All right. Whoops, no, not that. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, oops, I should. I'm using a. Wait, what? Default? I thought default is what I was calling the. Oh yeah, it's a. Oh yeah. Oh no. All right, yeah. So for these events, I'm gonna use at default. Or like, is there another special character I could be using instead? So basically, like default, hypothetically, someone's Twitch name could be default, and if someone's Twitch name is default and they're ever GM, I don't necessarily want to accidentally like collide with that data. So I mean, I could just name it after myself instead. I could just name it as yeah. I mean, that's actually fun. Binary. Those are the ones I wrote. So yeah. So okay. So then so right. So if there's a GM, then oh yeah, not here. If there's a GM, then we'll use the GM's name, and then if there's not a GM, that means it's me. So we'll use binary. Or actually, I have a variable that equals binary, and it's called admin. Because hypothetically, if like I ever changed my account name or something, it'd be easier to just change the name in one place than to change it like a million different places. All right, so I don't really expect to ever change my account name, but I don't know, it could happen hypothetically. Okay, so yes, good, and then oh yeah, and so then we do want to add in the string round frame time whatever. So raw ev fname plus equals the datetime stamp as a string of an integer of a rounded float. All right, and then we add in the action key name whatever's, and then we add in .txt, and so then finally if curve live we say with open raw ev fname as like f data or whatever, then then fdata dot write write data write oh, actually no, I should put together the string before writing it. I should, because it's a little weird. It's like raw string equals the string version of cur_ev dot type and plus a new line character, because there's a line break there. And then if cur_ev dot multi then raw string plus equals 1, the number 1, followed by a line break, else, oops, no, don't insert 2 line breaks. Else, oops, else, else raw string plus equals the number 0, because that's how I keep track of whether events are multi or not. And then last but not least, raw string, last but definitely most, actually, raw string, oh no, not even last, because I was actually planning on keeping track of participation data here too. So yeah, oh actually, yeah, I can just tack outro string on the end here too, because outro string is exactly all the stuff that we just calculated that we want to save out as the results. Is it just outro string? I mean, I could save out outro string and like something more detailed as well if I wanted to. I mean, the outro string is pretty sufficient most of the time. It's a pretty good summary. I mean, yeah, outro string is probably fine. Here, I'll help out. I've been helping. I don't usually play events, because I'm not trying to like power level my character or anything. But there are some events that you just, depending on the participation, like, I don't know, I'd feel like a jerk if I didn't help out. So, all right. So yeah, where was I doing stuff? Oh yeah, so no, down here, yeah. So raw string. So first it'll be plus equals equals what? Oh shoot! Wait, did I even keep track of? I probably didn't even keep track of what the. Oh whoa, yeah, no, right, the text, the important text, which is pretty important. I did not keep track of it whatsoever. So I'll have to oops, sorry, I'll have to be keeping track of that along the way. So how's that go? It's like You know what just occurred to me is I could give out like facts right now. Oh yeah. That's another thing I want to do now that I think about it. I want to make facts like a part of the automated system too. Because right now I'm not using facts like basically at all. Facts in prescripted events. Yeah. This list of future things is getting really long. I should probably make like a separate I'm gonna add a list for like limbo, uh, because some of this stuff I don't know if I'm actually going to ever get to it, and so like conditional dice rolls, I haven't ruled it out entirely, but I'm like it's like hey JP2, how's it going? Welcome, welcome back. So make secret panel usable. I mean, I do want to do these things. Actually, revisit experience as potential. Like a lot of these things, I don't convert to a database. Like I know these things aren't bad, but like I don't know if I really want to do them. Like I don't know if they're worth the effort. Bug badge, yeah. I mean, it's cute, but like some of these I just don't know if I want to do. Cool bonus, I think I'll probably keep around. Check inventory. Maybe. No, not even really. Yeah, like a lot of the stuff I just like I don't want to forget about it entirely. I just don't know what I'm gonna do with it. So limbo is is the place for that, I guess. So cool bonus. Yeah, no, I think I might do that. Patron badge. I might have to do this at some point. I don't have any patrons yet, I don't think, but who knows? Someday I might have a patron, and if and when that happens, actually, you know what's irksome to me is that when I set up this page, I was able to automatically upload like all my video archives, but it hasn't stayed up to date. I need to find a way to like continue to like batch update these because I don't want to update them manually. Feature creep. This whole game has been a feature creep. Like this whole game is like feature crept from very humble beginnings. Another way to say that though is that I just poorly planned the amount of time it would take to complete this project, and so either way you think about it, this project started out as like a week-long project and has become I think I'm getting close to like 5 months on this project. More events, bulk. This is just always a thing. Although it won't be as actually I might no, I mean I should still work on this, but like no, you know what? I'm gonna call this done because like the systems that I'm working on now are gonna make that a lot easier, so that I don't actually have to call it like a new thing. I can just kind of like not worry about it. Define remove player and thread data writing. Yeah, this is. I might want to do that. That one's less limbo-y than the rest. All right, I'll call that okay for now, because this list is no longer out of control. All right, so what was it doing? Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, so I need to keep track of the text of these events so that I can save out the text at the end of the event. So, is it what if the event just kept track of its own intro text? Oh wait, the events can keep track of their own intro texts, because like the prescripted events, they yeah, intro. So for the for live events or for prescripted for live events we'll just use the intro. Yeah. All right. So where is that exactly? Yeah. So right now, ev text. Yeah, ev text is pev text. Blah blah. So so actually I'm gonna say cur. I'll still use ev text because whatever. But cur ev or like wait no. Was it new ev? Oh, we haven't even declared it yet. So new ev. I'll initialize the action dictionary first because whatever. But then yeah, so the new ev dot intro equals ev text. So that's how we do it in the case of the secret panel. When I'm handling it that way, and then in the case of GM, if in the case of a GM setting up an event, then we'll have to do it how? We'll just use their entire. No, how do we parse this out? Yeah. Start. Whoa, wait. Search split. Oh yeah. Search split at start index. Yeah. All right. So. Oh wait, have we? Yeah. So new ev we declared it already. So new ev dot intro equals this thing. Source split 1 with the start index. So because we don't need to save Hark. Hark doesn't get saved out. Hark gets automatically appended when needed for the automatic events. Ooh, excuse me. All right, so save that. Right. So okay. So now we have that data, and so now when it comes time to save out that data, we can just save it from that as such. So raw string plus equals what do we call it? Cur-ev dot intro, and then I'm going to add in another new line character. I'm not actually going to add in 2 new line characters because the next thing that I'm going to put in is not actually part of the event. It's just part of the it's just, oh yeah, so actually, yeah, new line character, and I can do this all in one string. New line character, plus what? Outro string. Because that's not actually part of the event, that's just part of the, like, outcome data, just in case it's relevant. So these will be kept in chronological order. Hey! Unexplored cavern, ooh. This is what is it? It's like yeah, this is all kept in chronological order. So if I was thinking, like, you know, it'd be help to like keep it help. Excuse me. It help for when these represent quest chains, not just individual quests. It helped to have them you know, have some way of like organizing them or like keeping track of like how they fit together. But I mean, these all come in a linear fashion, so just keeping them in order chronologically should suffice for that. And when I say keeping them in order chronologically, we're using the timestamp as the name of the file, so we can always sort chronologically in order to, yeah. Okay. Cool. Oh yeah, so now the last step is to write it. So fdata.write. Oh yeah, we have to open the file for writing. We never open these files again, so we can just like stomp them out, because there will never be 2 of these that have the same file name, because they would have to have the same date timestamp and the same action events or whatever. So yeah. I honestly don't know why I yawn so much. It's probably really annoying. I guess all that laughing wears me out. I don't know. All right. Fdata.write raw string. Yay! Cool. All right, so I think that's all there is to it. Because this is just about like saving data that we were already generating, anyways. And so the stuff that I would be doing next is a little more. There's a little more to it. For one thing, I don't even know exactly everything there is to it. I won't call that done until I've actually tested it. I could test it now, I suppose. I'll bring the, actually, yeah, I'm gonna bring the script down, because I'll bring it up in just a moment and I'll test that out. And oh yeah, there's the sky there. There's the blue sky. All right. Yeah, let's start thinking about the next one, which is facts and no, that's not the next one. Event chains. Event chains. This is fairly straightforward. I was thinking I might write these literally all out in like one sequential file, But I think instead I'm probably going to hopper. Sorry. um, oh yeah, hopper. Oh weird. Hmm. Yeah, interesting. Oh yeah. Okay. So event hopper. Oh, I think yeah. I never. I was thinking about this earlier, but I guess I must have got distracted, and I probably didn't finish my thought on it because I don't remember actually ever getting to it. Creative. Hey, welcome. Here I'll give you the trifecta. The yawns are free. I don't have to try for that, but I will both walk and laugh at the same time. How's that? It's the triple threat. Oh yeah, okay, so the event hopper, yeah. So when I was picturing event chains as like a single file, like one giant massive single file, like one file altogether, kind of what I was thinking of along those lines was also the hopper, which I'm now thinking of as kind of like a separate thing. In fact, I might want to do the hopper first. So the idea there is that so the hopper, yeah, okay, so the event chains are pretty straightforward. Event chains are well, actually, these are related concepts because the event chains are a way of setting up events that they can have consequence. They can have like a they can literally lead to another event. I'm not I'm not on a treadmill, but I am on like a small like one of those like stepper things, like the stair simulator. I'm on a I I I'm an expert air walker or yeah, no. I don't know. Um, yeah, okay, so whereas event chains kind of stipulate, or event chains imply a subsequent event based on so yeah, so the way I'm thinking of setting up event chains is basically like the events, yeah, like so the way the event files are set up right now, oops, hold on. Oh wait, no, how am I gonna do this? It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird because like different event types are. Yeah. Different event types are gonna like the way. Okay, so let's look at the events, right? Okay, so arson, for example. Arson is a event type 4, which means there are 3 possible outcomes. Oh yeah, so okay, so maybe it just goes by outcome. I was thinking it would go by action tag, but actually maybe it makes more sense to go by outcome. Yeah, no, that's actually pretty straightforward. All right, yeah. So, because like with with so yeah, basically what I'm thinking is like so there. Oh, all right. Well, so I'm gonna have to use like a reserved character. So it'll probably be like vertical bar or something. I'm probably gonna have vertical bar. So it's gonna be like you save the town, yay, and then vertical bar will be like boulder. I mean, not literally, but what I'm thinking here is like so by having some sort of annotation like this. Also, this text is really big. I made it big so that it was clear what was happening in like a whole big bunch of messy text earlier, but it doesn't need to be that big. All right, so the reason, right, so there's another event called boulder, right? So like by setting this up, I'd basically be like, so this would be, so actually that's pretty straightforward. Maybe event chains are actually going to be really easy, because yeah. So I was just thinking like I'd have like a concept of like next. Well, no, I already have a concept of the next event, and right now it's just chosen randomly. But maybe maybe instead of hitting chosen randomly, it will I can just add in these tags. So like you save the town, and then that means the next event is boulder. But then if this outcome happens, then the next event is is farmstead or whatever. And then but I mean like yeah, whatever. So I mean that's That's like basically all there really was to event chains. So maybe that was actually really easy, I guess. Maybe? Seems easy enough to do it that way. And like, so I just have to change it so that when we load this in, so I'd need to keep track of like I need to keep track of another dictionary of like, or like, somehow I'd need to keep track of this extra data, and when I read it in, I'd have to make sure that sorry. Um, um, yeah, I'd have to like just split and parse this data correctly, but that's actually really simple. So cool, cool. I wonder. Yeah, and I think that I don't know. I think in some ways that'll make it easier to write event text, and in some ways that'll make it just like there'll just be more possibilities. And I'll have to like fiddle around and see like what works and what doesn't. And but like the nice thing about this is that like I don't know. I just yeah, no, I feel this is the right direction. I just because like I don't know. You know when you're working on a project and like you start to get to that part where you're like every step you take is like it's like what I was like starting to feel that earlier today, and it's a really alarming feeling, because I'm pretty sure what it usually means is there's something better that you could be doing. So like earlier today, like I probably said like 500 times in a row, like I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. I really want to do this. I want to do this really bad, so that's usually how I tell whether I'm moving in the right direction or not. Okay, so yeah, oh right, I don't think I ever really finished explaining what the hopper is. So the hopper, so earlier I was talking about the idea of like timescales between like the events that get called every 12 minutes or so for the automated system. That's a good way to talk about it. The automated system, right? Because those events are automated, whereas mine are not automated; they're manual. That's probably the distinction I should be using. So for the automated system, every 12 minutes I think is good, but for the manual system, or like not even necessarily just for the manual system, but for the ones that go to get broadcast on Twitter, for example, I think 2 hours is better, right? So for the hopper, I'm thinking the hopper is basically going to be like similar to event chains, except for those except for the 2 hour marks. And so I think when I add in new events, like they're probably going to come into the game. Like when I add in new events, they're probably going to go through the hopper first, and then once they've been hopped or whatever, then they'll be moved to the general pool for for regular whatever. Although not all of them will go that way. Like okay, so like I should probably start drawing this out. So because I just like diagramming things. So file new. Okay. So yeah, basically what I'm thinking is like right now. I wish I had my tablet still set up, but whatever. It's not important. Right now, like this is like me, right? Whoops, that's not the drawing tool. This is like me, right? Oops, too many me's. All right, this is me. Right, that looks like a butt. Sorry, I really need my tablet for this. All right, this is me. So right now, there are two ways that events get into the game. So like, so this is the game down here. Right now, either I put event. Oh, the script is off. Oh, because I said Whoops, sorry. A while ago I said I turned it off and I said I was gonna restart it and just what's this? What is this? What? Oh, whoops! Wow, too many quotation marks there. What? Whoa! Oh, whoops, yeah, I started to write that and then I stopped writing it. Oops. Yeah. Alright. Alright, there we go. Yeah, so right now, there are a few ways for there's several routes for events to get into the game. Uh, so right now, I can input them through my secret panel. So that's the direct route. I can I can uh, I can put them in the events folder. Uh, I can put them in the events folder, in which case they automatically get added to the game. They automatically appear in the game. So I'm thinking like I'm thinking like so the hopper. So there's gonna be like a secret folder, I guess, like secret, not really, but like it might be called secret. I don't know. No, it'll be called something. But this is like what the hopper will use, and so the hopper, I'll put things into the secret folder, and then when they go from the secret folder to the hopper, or I mean they don't really go from the secret folder to the hopper, but the hopper, um, the hopper will will kind of do both jobs. Um, the hopper will take events. I mean, the hopper kind of takes from the secret events folder or whatever, but the hopper will send the event through the game, and also then put it in the events pool for general reuse. And this case here and this case here are the cases where the stuff actually gets tweeted out. Like these are the ones where the events actually get broadcast entirely. And I mean, yeah, yeah, like I want Trusty Bard literally to be someone that you can follow on Twitter, like, and if the repeated like if the, I mean my goal, yeah, my goal is basically like come up with this much content, kind of, because I want that. I want that that level of richness to like the potential like story elements of this game. And so yeah, I mean my goal, yeah, like I was saying, my goal is like every 2 hours, which is not that hard. I like I I'm not good at it yet, but I feel like I could get good at it, and I feel like it wouldn't be that difficult to get good at it. So, um, yeah. So I guess the thing I don't know about like the secret events or whatever. I don't know how I want to set that up. I guess I could just so like the hopper is probably going to be a text file or something, and I'll just like I'll just like I'll just edit the hopper manually. Yeah, so the hopper will be like a text file that I just like kind of like how I was saying, like specifying the how like the event chains or whatever. I'll probably just be like, I'll be like, like arson, like potato, like these are the names of quests, cats, explosion. So like my hopper will just be like, I'll just make a queue of it, and then I guess like I mean if one of these is actually part of a chain, then I guess I only really have to say the first part of it, and then the rest of it can just kind of like play out subsequently. Um, and then oh yeah, so then the other thing, like because this hopper is supposed to like feed into the like the broadcast system, which for which like I'm not trying to duplicate things. I'm trying to keep it like free of duplication. Only like new things go there. Then uh, sorry, I just, yeah, the pretend walk thing. Uh, just every time I keep glancing at chat, I chuckle. Yeah, so I guess so like the hopper primarily is something that I edit by hand outside of when the script is running. But then I also want the script to edit it too, because I want the script to remove items once they've been like done, once they've been used up. So yeah. The thing I don't know is like if I want the, because I mean like hypothetically once the hopper runs an event, it could manually move the event from the secret folder into the events folder. But then like what about the ones with, what about the chains? Like what about the ones that so like what if the hopper runs and, no, I don't think it's going to move them over automatically. I think I'll move them over manually because, like, hypothetically, like, let's say I make a chain of events. Like, so one, so there's one event which can have two possible outcomes, and so there's two, other events, or like, there's like some conditions. Like, anytime there's a fork, you can be guaranteed that on a single run, you're not going to hit all of the options. And so, like, what if, like, what do I want to do there? Like, what? I guess I want to be like selective about what I want to be selective about how I move those things around, because like I'll have to be careful that I'm moving them so that I don't break dependencies or anything like that, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. So I think this is the game plan. And then so I'll do the, yeah, so this is the game plan for the hopper in particular. I can do the event dependency, or the event chains first, because that's cool. I don't know. I don't even have an idea necessarily for what I'm going to do with it. I just, that's kind of been like a little bit of my mode for this entire project is like, I have some ideas that I know I like. I don't have the full picture. I don't know exactly how it's going to work, but I want to do this. I very much want to do this. So, yeah, let's, yeah, so I'm not going to make any events. Actually, I guess, oh yeah, actually, wait, to test the raw data thing, I should test the raw data thing. All right, so what was the last thing they had going on? Oh yeah, we decided to keep the distance from the goblin cell, or it's not that, actually most people decided to go for it, to just to invade, or like to charge the goblin encampment, but it turns out the better choice was to keep distance. So let me think. So what happens? Near up close, you notice the goblins' excitement for what? I really should. So the other reason I want to set up the hopper is because like, oftentimes when I'm writing, it occurs to me like I could make this actually quite good if I put a little bit of forethought into it, and it's like the sort of thing where like it'd take me like just like half a minute to come up with it, and if I did that off stream, I wouldn't feel like a jerk, but just to sit here and like for like for like half a minute on stream, so up close, you notice the goblins plural possessive excitement for uh, uh, small uh, spiky of course, you notice the goblin's excitement for small or excitement over a collection of small spiky objects. Um, uh, several se several revelers throw a handful at your feet. Uh, uh, or actually, yeah, several will throw a handful of the objects. Objects is such a wait. Is this a teen idol or a tin idol? Oh, protospasm. You have all the style points. You are clearly winning the style award for side quest. Several revelers throw a handful of the objects, whatever, at your feet. They your feet. How many characters are these so far? Too many. The they immediately, or they begin seeping, or the objects, the objects begin seeping a. What am I even doing here? I'm like, this is the most meandering quest I've ever written. Oh, well, I don't have to worry about writing it because the script just crashed. Oh, I misspelled F name. Ah. Wow, I super misspelled it. An extra N, an extra A. Yikes. Yikes. Is that better? Well, there it is. Alright, I'll restart the script in just a moment. I'll continue writing this event so that it's not so painful for me to write it. Alright, so hey, you didn't play boy, how's it going? Welcome. So the what is new with the game? Oh, I added a new character to the game. There's now so now there's this character. This character's in the game. I don't know what this character is exactly, but they're in the game. Yep, they sure are. I'm also changing the event system. I'm expanding the event system pretty dramatically. I feel like it should be pretty cool in the near future. Yeah. He it's like, yeah. I don't know what I was thinking with this. I'll be honest. I just kind of like started drawing and I was like, I'm like a little bit of this. Like I had like a vague idea in my mind. Actually, speaking of vague ideas, I do have a vague idea for the next character. I think the next character is going to be a standard bearer. Believe it or not, the way I came up with this character was the way I came up with with that other kooky character was originally I was thinking of like more of like a chef. But then I was like, wait, why would a chef go on an adventure? So I didn't want to draw like a chef like wearing like literally chef clothes. Maybe I should do a chef at some point. Maybe I should do like a legit chef. Um, but anyways, I don't know. I just started thinking like in that vein, hypothetically, and then I ended up with this somehow. But yeah, whatever. Uh, I have no clue. I really have no clue. um, and then oh yeah, I added the sky kind of. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that, but I have the skyline in here just because I don't know. I was thinking like maybe it makes the graphics look more cohesive. Maybe it doesn't. It's hard to tell. Honestly, I don't know. And then yeah, this is my diagram of what I'm about to do next. Oh, actually, yeah. So what I'm going to do immediately though is so like you notice the goblins. Or so yeah. So up close, you notice the goblins. Goblins plural possessive excitement for a collection of small spiky objects, some of which some scamps throw throw handfuls of the objects at your feet. They some whatever. I just can't write this sentence right now for some reason. I don't know what is wrong with my brains, but it just doesn't want to happen. I could say it out loud really easily, and yet like I don't know. I'm just not much of a writer, I guess. I'm like writing isn't necessarily my forte. I mean, it actually wasn't even supposed to be a part of the game in the first place. Maybe I've gotten off track. Maybe I've gone the wrong way with my life. um, I don't know. Yeah, it's either something I should just get better at. Maybe it's just something I should get better at. Because like originally I was gonna, this is gonna be more like verbal. It was gonna be like more spoken word than written. But then I just kind of got in the habit of writing it out anyways. And then yeah, I mean I guess Twitter like definitely reinforced that. Like now that it's posted there as well, like I actually do want it to be like well formed. Because like the whole idea with like Twitter is that like you can't really play it, like you don't have the video accompaniment. Like there's none of this visual accompaniment. So what have I done? I think that like the hopper is kind of my way of counteracting that a little bit because now I can huh. Yeah, I don't have to worry as much about that. Or it's like yeah, because yeah. Well, whatever. It is what it is. I can probably restart the script now that it's not crashy hypothetically anymore. Uh, and what else? um, oh yeah, so I still need to test the raw event data, whatever. Up close, you notice the goblin's excitement for a collection of small spiky objects, and scams throw handfuls at your feet. The objects emit a bluish bluish. I really need to spell check. Haze. Uh, I don't know where I'm going. Like I said, I don't. I have a vague sense of where I'm going with this, but notice the goblin's excitement for a collection of small spike objects. Throw a handful at your feet. None of that matters. Really doesn't matter. The objects emit a bluish haze. Doop doop. Oh yeah, so the other thing about like the hopper, I know I'm jumping around from topic to topic, but the other thing about the hopper is that like right now, like these events that I write manually, like there's more there's more to it. There's more like there's more fanfare, excuse me, sorry. That train of thought was a little bit slow. I actually like say it out loud, and like it's more clear like when these like kind of like guided like story event type events are happening, and I guess with the hopper I want to make that distinction or like emphasize that somehow, because like if the idea is like if the hopper is like, you know, maybe that's not what the hopper does. Maybe the hopper Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's interesting. No, I guess yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Because yeah, right, because I was thinking like the hopper could queue up, like I was saying before, the hopper could queue up events with like actual like branching paths, but hypothetically like I kind of want the no, in that case I would kind of want the branching paths to happen at a usual pace. Right? Like I don't know. I I mean I'm not implementing literally all of this today, so I will have a little time to like sort it out in my brain, or like, you know, really like, you know, think through the consequence, or like the like how this all plays out. Um, hmm. All right. The objects emit a bluish haze. I don't know. um, I should add. I know this is neither here nor there, but I should add like new event types maybe. If I was gonna add a new event type, what would it be? I haven't technically started on the event chain, so I will get to that in just a moment. But no, it's just now that I've been playing the game a bit, like I feel like there should be more event types. Like it's just I've done enough each of the current event types. I've done them enough times that I don't know. I want more. I want more variety, more something. But I don't know what exactly. So, because right now it's basically yeah, the way they're kind of like wrapped up. It's like either. I mean, I guess maybe this is fine. Like it's like there's fate driven. Like the way I kind of encapsulated the 6 event types into 3 categories is that there's like random, or like fate driven, there's player driven, and there's GM driven, which is like I don't know. It's kind of like I guess I don't really need new categories. Maybe I could add more diversity like within the categories of like how the individual events play out. Like I could have so yeah, what is it now? It's like it's basically like it's easy to choose an action, and it's easy to um I feel like there's something that I feel like there's been an event type that like I kind of wished existed, and because it doesn't exist, I keep tweaking it. But like, what was the maybe I'll just have to stay cognizant, like as I'm writing events, like of what that type is, because I could have sworn like there's something earlier where I don't know, what would it be? It'd be like Hmm. I don't know. Maybe I mean, one thing I could do to like kind of like take the weight off the event system is use like the other game systems. Like I could actually use the die rolling system, or like the what are the other commands? There's the dice rolls. There's uh, yeah. There's the bonuses. There's the passive bonuses. There's um, oh yeah. I could hook up some of the other systems into Twitter. Hypothetically, that is one thing I could do. And because right now, yeah, literally only the events come through Twitter. And I mean that's not necessarily vital though. Um, so wait, where am I going? No, I was going to click on why did I come here? Or the how to lead side quest. Just to remind myself of the commands. There's the bonuses. There's facts. And there's the bonuses, facts, and there's dice rolls. So it's not like there's that many options. I mean, like it's easy to stay creative inside of a defined system. Uh, mm, oh yeah, yeah. Oh right. So yeah. Here, while I'm in the doc, I might as well show off what I might by the event. The fate-driven, adventure-driven, and leader-driven. So fate-driven are essentially random outcomes. Like no one knows what's going to happen. Fate decides. That's adventure-driven are the ones where the group actually makes a choice. So for example, like they're similar to fate-driven options. Like fate-driven and adventure-driven are similar, except that whereas in adventure-driven, it's decided by who chooses what option. In fate-driven types, it's literally like you can't predict which outcomes will be more or less successful than the others. Leader-driven are kind of different in that leader-driven are maybe I need more leader-driven types, because like these in some ways like these kind of well no these ones are similar, but they're also very different. The leader-driven types. So essentially, like these top four, like these top two categories, kind of represent like forks in the road. Not necessarily, not 100%, but like they, they're the ones where like one thing will be one way, and like they're much more branching. Okay, so that's not a very good description, but like that's the gist. No, so in contrast, the leader-driven types are the ones that tend to be well, yeah. So I think I describe it as like leader-driven outcomes. Event types are secondary to. Oh yeah, the outcomes of leader-driven event types are secondary to the challenge present. This is supposed to be presented by the event. The consequences following these events generally have more to do with how successfully the event concluded, with little other variability or divergence. Wow, this is not well written. I should rewrite this. Consequences following these events generally have more to do with how. That's a very awful phrase. The consequences with these generally pertain to how successfully the event concluded, with little other yikes. Without the consequences of these events. Sorry, I wrote this a while ago, and apparently I read it really fast, and I haven't like gone back to like reread it or anything. So the consequences of these events generally pertain to how successfully the event concluded, with little other I don't know a better way to say it though. The consequences of these events generally depend on on how successfully the event concluded. Um, uh, I don't know. I guess like this kind of does branch as well. Like the leader-driven types, I guess they kind of branch as well. But I don't know. It's like originally, like before thinking about them in this way, the whole point of the event system was like the strategy, like that the like what group what strategy like had the like how like because the game is like the game relies it's not like the game is like slightly this game has cooperative elements to it, right? And so the event system, the event types originated with like how players work together to um, uh, so well so essentially like so the reason I call this like fate driven, adventure driven, leader driven is because typically if you're starting a leader driven event, like as leader, a leader who's starting a leader driven event knows what's going to happen next. And what the event determines is how successful the group is. In the other event types, the leader does not know what is going to happen next. I guess that's why. Yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit. I mean, like it's a little bit subjective too, because like you could actually like interpret it in a few different ways. Um, like you don't like other people who have used this system. Like other people who have acted as GM, they they've had very different takes on it. But like this is how I'd like intended to set it up. The consequences of these events generally depend on how uh, successfully the event concludes. I don't know why I wrote that in past tense. Generally depend on how successfully the event concludes, with a little other with few with a few other factors at play. I don't know. Yeah, so it's used to test group coordination. So yeah, maybe I should think of it. So like what are the other possibilities? Like so if I want to add other event types, what even are the other possibilities? Is like I mean all the event types have multiple outcomes, which are determined somehow with respect or not to group participation. I mean, like the whole deal with fate-driven event types is that they completely disregard all outside influence. So I don't want more of those necessarily, because those are like fun every once in a while, but yeah, too much of them is just like it's like what so like the current event types, they all scale very well, which is nice. Like you can play these event like currently all the event types you can play with like several people, or you can play with dozens of people, or like hypothetically you could play with hundreds or thousands of people. Hypothetically, I've never actually tested that one out. Or I've never tested those out. I mean, like the concept scales up. I don't know if the project itself would actually hold up under those conditions. I hope to find out someday. So yeah, I mean, what else is there really? It's like I mean, I'm sure there are answers here. So actually, yeah, I should think about this the other way. It's like in a cloud of like possible responses. Like okay, so like in our I'm gonna draw another diagram. In our hypothetical like event, there are multiple actions, right? There's like at least two actions, sometimes more. So for every for every possible event, this is, I'll make this one a dotted line because there might be this other action, there might not. I don't know. That's probably silly, but whatever. All right, so I mean, really, at the end of the event, what it boils down to is so far is it basically boils down to percentages. What percentage of players chose which option? Which percentage of players chose other options? So like this is all very undetermined, right? Or it's like, I mean, there are very many possible outcomes here, right? Like this one, you know, each one could be. Actually, wait, I'm going to represent this differently. So wait, hold on. So like, let's say this is the field of participants. So for each event, like if an event has two actions, then like, you know, some number of participants choose one action, some number of participants choose the other action. If there are multiple, if there are more than two actions, then it's not very complicated. Like these are the inputs that I have to work with, and yeah, so far like the event types that exist are the most interesting ways to interpret this data. I could start interpreting it by other by other measures, like I could start I mean, I could like, so right now, literally all I'm taking into account is like the final percentages. But like I could take other things into account, like order, like the order in which these things come in. So like I mean, that wouldn't be a little weird because now that we have two different data sources, like it's not obvious what order they come in. But I could yeah, I also don't want to make them necessarily like timing specific. Maybe, I mean, it's entirely possible that the current event types are sufficient, and I should just work within that system. I just yeah, maybe I'll just keep in mind, like I'll just continue to like, so now that, so all right, I'll just keep in mind that, you know, new event types could be a good like could be something worth pursuing, and then because I swear, like I remember when I was writing events earlier, it was like I was like, oh wait, I wish there was this other event type or whatever, or like I just remember thinking that like the event type that like the way I ultimately authored the event wasn't exactly like the event. It was like I was just hoping for like a little tweak or something. I forget. I wish I could recall exactly what it was, but I wasn't. I was at that time. I was just like trying to crank out the event as fast as possible. So I won't mess with this right now. I should just implement that other thing. I should, like I said, I should implement the quest chains, because that is very straightforward and understandable, and I am, even if I never use it, I at least know how to add it, and I'm pretty sure I will use it. I'm pretty sure I would want to use it. Oh yeah, one awkward thing is that when I restart the script, I might want to save out the data of like which event should come next, because in the case that I restart the script, that could be awkward. But then in the event that if the script crashes before the end of the event, it might be also awkward to have the event repeated. I don't know. It's probably fine either way. Yeah, no, it's probably fine either way. All right. So, I keep stopping. I'm really bad at remembering to do this to actually like stay moving as I whatever else. Uh, so right when we're loading in event data, we are where we are in this vicinity here. Yeah, events. Here we are. All right. So right now, yeah, for excuse me, we're saying event count outcomes events count. Yeah. Oh, outcomes. Yeah, outcomes AI equals. Oh yeah. Sorry. Um, yeah, this is set up this way for a very specific reason, which is whatever. I'm not going to change it right now. All right, I'm just going to say, yeah, lines 5 plus I is currently what we're using for the outcomes, but we're going to want to instead say so like out outcome or like outline equals lines 5 plus I 5 plus I dot split on space vertical bar space, and then so then we'll say so yeah, so outcomes will equal outline outline index 0, because they'll always be at least index 0. Oh yeah, wait, hold on. Oh yeah, no. Wait, actually, I forget how that works. If you split something on something that doesn't exist, so new Python file test slash split split nothing, I don't know, whatever. And of course, PyCharm is going to tell me that this is not in the project. Thank you, PyCharm. So yeah, so okay, so like line equals equals, you know, some string whatever dot split on something that doesn't exist in the string. So then what does it look like if we print line? It prints. Okay, good. So it's a list. Okay, good. So it is a list containing that string. Good. It's just a length 1 list containing that string. Excellent. So yeah. Okay, good. So yeah, so we can say outline index 0, and then we can say if the length of outline is greater than 1, then right. So we don't have a concept of like the. Oh no, we do have a concept of the next event, or like. Oh wait, no. Oh wait, but yeah, but we're not actually like, no, we're not dealing with that yet. First, we should. So yeah, so for events, for event class, we should have a. We should have a. I don't know, like sub. What should be like? I'll just call it like chains. Sure. Chains will also be a dictionary, I guess. Dictionary? These don't have to be dictionaries. These could just be lists. right? Whatever. I'll just leave it like that for now. Hey, Swamsack, how's it going? Welcome. Uh, um, all right. So yeah. So when we're loading them in, we'll say. Oh yeah, right. And I should add that to the. Of course, I should add that to. Oh, I don't have it yet. I don't have like the def init self. Yeah, I should add all of these things to it. Well, not like these things, but the other things. So self dot actions. Oh yeah, these should be indented too. Yeah. Yeah. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Doop-a-doop. There we go. Because why not? And then actually, because I'm doing that there, I don't actually have to do as many of the of these like declarative things. Oh wait, was I not supposed to do that for all of them? I swear I did that for 4 different things, and yet down here there are only 2 of them, or 3 of them. What? Actions facts. Oh, I must just do this somewhere else. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. Okay. Sorry, I don't have to do this anymore, I don't think. Or else I do, and I've just ruined everything by doing that, but whatever. So events, events. Wait, is this how I want to keep track of them? Yeah, I guess this is fine. Yeah. Yeah, right, okay. Okay, so, yeah, okay, so events, index, ct dot outcomes, or not outcomes, what do I call it, chains? Chain or chains? I think chains. Index AI equals, outline, outline 1. Okay, I'm keeping track of the name of the event. Yeah. Alright, good. Because, right, the names of the events are how it will also keep track of the chains. So, yeah, right, so the next event will be specified by its file name. So, yeah. Am I jumping around? Kind of, yeah. I'm I'm standing on a small exercise device, so it that is what's with the bobbing up and down. I get really forgetful about it. Like for some reason I'll just like stop sometimes, and then I'll forget to start again. I don't know. I'm just getting back in the habit. I used to do this a lot, and then when I started streaming, I was like not very comfortable in front of the camera, and so I was like it's here. I'll find a link to it. It's like it's this cool little device, or like what? Hold on. What do I have to punch into Google to get it? Is this it? Yeah. This isn't. I don't know if this is the exact thing, but this is like similar to what it is. So it's something like that. It's just I don't know. It's kind of nice. And all right. It's good for. I like that. I like that I feel more energized when I do it. I think maybe that's why I yawn a lot, is because I forget to do this, and then I get like really low energy. But no, this is good. It's I am also standing. Yeah. All right. So Yeah, so this is actually what all we have to do to load in the data, which I guess is the easy part. But then like the other part is also really easy because like uh where's the next event? Yeah, next ev I. All right, so yeah, so right. So right now we do if yeah, so if an event equals 2, that means it was queued up by the automated system. So right now we do next ev I. Huh. We oh, I guess we need to keep a we need to keep. So wait, if we're keeping track of the hmm, maybe we should keep track of the. Yeah, we might want to change how we're keeping track of these events because it'd be nice to be able to it'd be nice to be able to reference the next events by name, whereas like we use number to pick one at random. All right, so wait, yeah, so cur ev I. Oh, okay, yeah, so events index cur ev I. All right, so events is a list right now. I guess I might change that. I might change events to be a dictionary. Just cause. Yeah, so events is a list. I think so events is going to be a dictionary, but then there'll also be oh wait, no. Yeah, no, this is fine. Because yeah, no, this is fine. I can right, okay. So when I need to pick one randomly, I can just use, because the list of keys is basically the list that I was about to look up. So all right, so all right, so now yeah, when I'm using events, we're not appending a new event. We're appending. We're going to say event. We're going to say event. Yeah. So the name. I guess so. It's a little redundant now to keep track of the name because we're using the key as the name. But so event index name equals a new event, and then so right. So now we don't. So right. So CT. We actually don't need CT anymore, right? We can just get rid of CT because that was just for our iterator as we were like adding in these events. But now we can just instead say so like name. All right. So how does this work? EVI. Oh yeah, yeah. So like name equals EVI split as such. Yeah, and then so where we're using CT, we can now use name. Simple enough. CT, we're using it more places than that, weren't we? Yeah. How many other places? Is this the last place? No, more places than just that. Highlight the stupid. This IDE is not as good at highlighting things. Like I select a thing and it like doesn't highlight it. Yeah, look at all these CTs. I'm sure I'm still missing some, right? Yeah, look at that. I am a blind person, or I'm not very good at seeing things, even when they're right in front of my face. Alright, there we go. And yeah, is there... I mean, that should be sufficient, right? Those are like... That's all I need to do to convert that. For now... Oh, but then there are other places that I'm referencing events, so let's look up all the other references to events, because those will be quite pertinent. Oh, what is this editor? Yeah, oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, no, Yeah, the hunched overness. That's I'm on a laptop right now, so like I if I raise the height of my monitor, I'd have to raise the height of my keyboard, and I know that the text is like I should probably increase the text size, huh? Because like mostly when I look closer, it's because I'm like trying to read small text. So I don't know. Maybe is there a quick way I can just do that? This editor is sorry, yeah, I zoned out of chat for a second, but the editor is PyCharm. I switched over to it just recently. It's it's mostly good, but yeah, like I mentioned, like there are a few things that my other editor did a little bit better, which I kind of miss. But all right, view, window. I don't know. It's probably not urgent. I can read okay. I just like sometimes when I don't know. It's easier to typo if I'm not looking carefully. So, uh, oh yeah, that'd be smart too. I should like I don't have any reason that I'm using my laptop except that my laptop has an SSD, whereas my desktop doesn't, and I love it. I love having an SSD. Um, oh, I still haven't even tested the other thing that I added in. I should do that. Um, Up close, you notice the goblin's excitement for a collection of small smoky objects. Some scamps. Oh yeah, great, because I got distracted by thinking about event types. Some scamps throw a handful at your feet. The object emits a bluish haze. You um, will you kick them back or try to kick them back or try to get clear. Doop doop. Create event. Hey. Alright, so at the conclusion of this event, what we should see hypothetically, assuming the other stuff worked, what was it? It was like game data raw events. Is that? Oh no, I moved it, didn't I? I put it just in the main folder, right? It's not game data raw events anymore. Yeah, no, it's just raw events. So that's one thing that would not work correctly. So let's move this to here. I should like put some effort into organizing all this stuff a little bit better, because right now it's a little bit all over the place. I mean, it's technically fine right now, but doop doop. Yeah, right. Okay, so then what I was working on just a second ago. Right, so yeah, right. So I was changing events, right? Because events is a dictionary now. Events is a dictionary now, and I need to start keeping track of. Right, yeah. So right now, yeah. It's not event cur ev I. It's whoa, wait, what the heck? What? Next of I? Cur ev I equals next of I. Oh, then cur ev, yeah. Cur ev equals so right, it's not actually, it's not, oh yeah, so yeah, a few things different here. Next of I, so it's not the length of ev list, it's the length, wait, ev list? Wait, what is ev list? What on earth is ev list? EV list. Oh. Oh, interesting. That's weird. That is super weird. I don't think I should be using that. um, yeah, no. So this thing that we're doing here, it shouldn't be the length of evlist. It should be the length of events dot keys. Yeah, and then right. So it's not going to be events cur of I. It's going to be events uh, events dot keys index cur of I. I guess. Yes. So do I actually use cur of I other places? Because, well, I guess I'll just keep looking for instances where I use events, because anytime where I had been using events the other way, I should be using it this way instead. Oh yeah, so for example, if events cur of I, yeah, no, so events, events dot keys index cur of I. Hopefully the keys list is consistent. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter because I use cur of I only when I'm looking for randomness. So, uh, too many variables at one place. No, I put all my variables in the same place so that when I have to like tune and tweak stuff, it's easier to no, I intentionally put all my variables in one place so that if I have to come back and tune and tweak stuff, it's all in the same place. It's not crazy. You're crazy. All right. What was I doing? Yeah. Oh gosh, my brain is like melting. um. So then, yeah. And again, events cur of I, events keys. The events keys cur of I thing is a little janky, I'm willing to admit, but I don't do it very often, so oh, I'm still using EVList. Bleh. Why am I using EVList so many places? It's just really awkward. So no, it should be event keys. Oops. Doop-a-doop. EV list. So I want to do that next. Once I'm done fixing up all the instances of event, whatever, I want to come back and make sure I'm not using EV list. I really shouldn't have been using EV list as much as I was. I mean, it wasn't that bad, but could have been. Where is this other reference to events? You allege there's a reference to events here, and yet you're not showing me a reference to events. Oh, there it is. Oh, no, that's not actually a reference to events. Okay, but actually, yeah, we do kind of want to reference events down here because when we've determined the outcome, once we've determined the outcome, which we do where? We do around here, right? Because we do it at the start of outro string. Where do we start outro string? Oh, here we are. Yeah, okay. So cur of outcomes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Outcomes. Yeah. So, I guess, right, so all these places that I'm setting outro strings, I think I'll want to change those just to choosing the outcome, Because now that what's up with the moving? Yeah, I hate exercise. Exercise is the dumbest thing. It's like stupid, and I hate it, and I never get any. So I never get any exercise, and uh, I just yeah, I have taken to like, I don't know, like I'm never gonna like intentionally go do exercise, so I do it like when I'm doing other stuff instead. That way it doesn't take up my time. I can't apparently I can't survive very well without it, but if I have to, if I have to do it, I'm gonna do it while doing other things. That way it I don't know, whatever. All right, so I'm just gonna say so like outcome equals 0 here. Outcome equals 0. So all these times that we're editing outro string up here, I'm actually gonna say wait, actually, what is outro? No, yeah, okay. So so right, we're saying if not curev live, then outro string blah blah whatever. But instead, we're just gonna say like outcome equals that. So outcome equals blah blah. So yeah, so again, every time we're using this so outro string, so all of these we're going to replace with just outcome equals. So doop doop, paste there. The one thing that's kind of hard to do, or the one thing I haven't gotten as good at yet, is selecting things while bouncing, because it's I don't know, it's just slightly, my motor movement is just slightly shakier while bouncing up and down, and so I'm doing okay though. Look at this, it's not so bad. I thought it would be difficult to type while moving around, but like because when I'm typing, I have my wrists resting on the keyboard. It like the bouncing up and down really doesn't like make much of a difference. I need a better mouse. My mouse sensitivity, I think, is really high, which is what it makes the selecting text slightly challenging. But yeah, no, this is going fine. I could even, oops, if it ever becomes such a distraction, I could even just temporarily halt the bouncing. Oh, whoa, what is this? Oh, wait, did I clobber anything that I wasn't supposed to clobber? No. No, that was all good. Because I was just getting rid of the curev live thing. Yeah, okay. That was good. Then I got to this last one, and it has a different... Oh, yeah, it has like, okay. So with this one, I get rid of this condition. I unindent this stuff. And then, yeah, so then outcome equals, and then outcome equals. All right, and then I can get rid of this blank line. Yeah, so the thing about a treadmill is that they're noisy and expensive. I just linked to this like a minute ago, but I'll link to it again. It's if you need to visualize exactly what's going on here, it's this. So, yes, it's not just madness. There is a method to my madness. There's a method and a structure. Okay, so we have outcome now. Yeah, because previously we only used outcome to dictate the text outcome, but now we can say we can say if not curev dot live, like we had been checking, before, we can say outro string plus equals. Wait, plus equals or equals? Plus equals? Because I guess we have to declare this at some point, right? Yeah, outro string. Alright, so plus equals, or equals actually is fine, because it's an empty string, so we're adding to nothing. So it equals cur of. Oh wait. Oh shoot. Wait, it wasn't supposed to be cur of outcomes. Ah, whoops. All right, hold on. I have to go back and fix that. It's actually supposed to be cur of dot outcomes index outcome. Right, and outcome itself was not supposed to equal the cur of outcomes. Outcome itself was just supposed to equal these things that we were using as the indexes. So, all right, let's let's go back and look at these instances of outcome. And once more, so this one is AI. This one is apop. This one is also apop. This one is apop. A lot of them are apop, so it's easy enough, and a lot of them are 0. This one is apop. This one is apop. Oh, sorry, that event has been running for like ever, huh? We'll conclude that. Perfect. Good job, guys. I guess, yeah, it was spiky, so the instinct to kick it was probably not very strong, huh? Although, spoilers, it's actually really difficult to get clear of the oops, that was an apop, right? Yeah, that was an apop. It's actually really difficult to get clear of the little spiky things. So, hey, congratulations, Protospasm, on leveling up. Okay, so this one's 0. This one is apop. It's almost always apop. It's either apop or 0. Because apop represents the most popular of the chosen actions. Oh, yeah, interesting. Yeah, no, that's fine. Because in event type 1, I think it actually goes with apop, right? Yeah, in event type 1 it goes with apop. Wait, for B key in... Wait, was this indented? This doesn't have to be indented. That can just be like that. Because the value of apop doesn't actually change, so we don't have to do that in a loop. We can do that as a loop. Yeah. Alright. I thought that didn't make a huge difference, but whatever. Yeah, so that means that even in a event type, yeah, no, I guess that's to be expected. Event type 1 is really weird. Event type 1 is just its own special thing. Oh yeah. Punizor. I bought my stepper thing back when I was working in AAA and I had all the money. Those are sweet times. Fortunately, when I worked in AAA, my like criteria for buying things is that they would last a long time and like they were good quality. Like I didn't buy cheap things that would wear out. I bought very few things. I wasn't like a bajillionaire, but I bought relatively few things, and I bought things that would last. So now that I'm a starving artist, I have at least a few nice things to get me through. So if you think about it, though, I bought it 2 years ago, so over time, it's actually cost me less than like a gym membership, right? Because like if I'd kept a gym membership, for one thing, I wouldn't have gone. I'd have gone like once every never, and then this I'll like actually use, and like it's still in great condition, so I'll probably have it for a very long time. And so ultimately, it'll be a relatively inexpensive purchase, but it'll just be an inexpensive purchase over like a very long span of time. All right, that's my rationale, anyways. Okay. So yeah, this is good now. This is all delightful. And now the other thing that we can do with this now is we can say else. No, not else. We can say if outcome in wait, outcomes are indexed by the action? Is that true? I didn't remember that to be the case, but apparently that's how it works. That's how I was setting it up. AI. What is AI? Oh, yeah. Huh. Interesting. What about 0, though? I thought there was also the 0. Oh, yeah, outcome 0 equals lines 4. Hey, almost missed that. So yeah, so actually, outline equals, oh, whoops, I forgot to, forgot to put parentheses. I forgot to put parentheses around that. Oops. That would have been interesting. Alright, so outcome, or outline equals, lines, yeah, alright, so this is actually lines 4, and then this one is, so this is, outline index 0, and then, yeah, once again, so if outline, so if this time it's not AI, it's chains four. Wait, no, wait, what? 0. It's chain 0 equals outline 1. Yes. Okay. Good. All right. Save that. Yeah. Right. Okay. So then, so it's either the possible values of outcome are either 0, indicating that it was the neutral outcome, or the name of a particular action. So yeah, where was that we were dealing with that again? Nope, too far. No, not far enough. So an example of something that I'm not super thrilled about in PyCharm is the fact that it has these persistent little nags on the sidebar here. It's like it's just nagging me about, like, it doesn't like my regex, and it's like, shut up, PyCharm. My regex works fine. Complain about something else. Oh, my secret panel. Like, it was showing me the data for it's showing me the data for the previous, and I was like, why on earth does it say 3 APOP? Like, that's supposed to just say 3, because it's supposed to just say the total number of people who participated in the event. But no, it's just, that was back when I was like hitting Control V with APOP on my clipboard like a million times in a row. Doop-a-doop. Hey. Oh wow, the average PSV is really low. Some adventures. Some is my euphemism for one. Maybe there's just very few people here. Or, yeah, I don't know what that's about. Yeah, relatively few people here, I guess. Okay, sorry, I just have to, like, dance for a second. Okay. That was really important, and we got through it together. Thank you guys for bearing with me. It's a very meaningful time. All right. So yeah, what the what? What then? What ho? All right. I still haven't set up the context of I still haven't set up the concept of or no, wait. Yeah, no, I need to change the concept of next event. Because, like, right now it's next event is tracked by next event index. So, like, next index I. So right now we say next ev I equals cur ev I. But instead I want to say next ev I equals next ev. And next ev, or maybe next ev name, maybe, and then so next ev I. So yeah, so what we do here is what we were doing down here, which is event keys next ev I. Yeah, so right, event keys. Yeah, indexed. Okay, good. And then and so then yeah, so cur ev equals events next ev name. I mean, it's not a major difference, but I want to be thinking of, yeah, next ev name. I want to be like the important term here. So let's go up to where we declare next ev I. Oh wait, we don't, do we? Maybe we just don't. There's the first usage of it though, which is, no, it only ever gets used here. Weird. I could have sworn there was more instances of it. Huh. Alright, so I guess that actually made basically zero difference. But wait, no, what do we do up here when we load in the events? We do something silly. Don't we? Yeah. Oh, cur ev I. Oh, this is when we're first setting up cur ev I. Cur ev. Oh yeah. I meant to look to make sure that I'm not using like ev list in like inappropriate ways. I'm using it here, which is good. That's the correct time to be using it. And then, all right, I'm only using it here now. Like that's the only correct time to be using it. All right. So, yeah, whatever. That thing I changed made no difference. I'll just accept that and move on. Oh, yeah. Actually, but I do need to, yeah, right. So, actually, I do need to keep track of, I do want to keep track of next ev name. I guess I wasn't keeping track of next ev I in any meaningful fashion, but I do want to keep track of next ev name. Because next ev name, sometimes I want to set it, and if I've said it, I want to respect it. Hey. So, sorry, I treasure your participation in these events, Protospasm, because you have gotten this game like no other person has gotten this game, and that makes me really happy. So happy. Yeah, where was the part where I was doing like the cur ev whatever? I just felt like putting it. I don't know. Usually I try and put my things nearby to other things that are similar or related, so that way they're easier to use all at once, or when I need to. All right. So next ev name equals nothing for starters. So yeah, I guess technically, yeah. Oh, so yeah, right. So previously we would choose the event when it was time to initiate the event, But now we'll choose the event at the end of the previous event, because that's the place where we determine the chain based on the outcome. Like we determine like how this plays out based on the outcome of the previous event. So so where is it? I started to just plug this in, right? It was right after the event processing. Yeah. So so if not curve null, yeah. So if outcome in curve dot chains dot keys, then next ev name equals or actually, yeah, I mean, I guess technically a name could be misspelled, or like a name in a chain could be misspelled, and I don't know if I want to crash on that error. I mean, I guess I kind of do, because yeah, we find out. Oh no, wait, I don't want to crash before we process the data. That would be bad. But I do kind of want to crash on it, so maybe we'll maybe we'll just move this further down. We'll just move this down here. So like it'll be the very last thing before the end of the event. So sure, why not? So if outcome in so next ev name equals new or cur-ev. Oh wait, we haven't clobbered cur-ev yet. Cur-ev dot chains index outcome. Yes, and then right. So now so then else. The else case is now what used to be the way that we calculate this stuff, which is during the init event. During init event, nope, too far. Yeah, so this whole chunk, cur-ev equals events next ev name, right? So this whole chunk here, this will be the else case to the case where we have like a chain, because if we have a link in the chain, then we know what event comes next. We don't have to guess at it, or we don't have to like randomly select it. So so next ev I equals random.randint length of events.keys. Yes, next ev I is cur-ev I. Oh yeah. So we had this system where it doesn't get we had this system where we wouldn't get the same event multiple times in a row, which is good. But we're not really keeping track of cur-ev I. Right, that's why we were keeping track of cur-ev I. But we can't really keep track of that anymore, so instead we're just going to say, so if next ev, so is it if events, or no, if events dot keys index next ev I equals next ev cur-ev equals cur-ev dot name, yeah. Then oh yeah. I mean, right now, if we picked one, oh yeah. What if we have event chains and what if we have event chains and like what if we want to have an event that's part of a chain that isn't really like a standalone thing? Yikes. I might want to keep separate track of like which chains. Either, yeah, I could just have a separate folder for the. I could just have a separate folder for the events that shouldn't start a chain, like the events that shouldn't get chosen randomly.